ではこの暖かな空気のこの後の予想を見ていきます。こちらは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな空気です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する予想です。明日の午後には東北、北陸まで晴れの予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって雨が降りそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域はニュースがありますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の北上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが届いています。この週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は現在の気温が逆に寒くなるところがありそうなんです。お花見の方はお散歩をお願いします。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃から天気が移りそうです。明日は雨の雲が多くなるでしょう。その他に太平洋側の地域の西日本、沖縄は広く晴れそうです。最近の今朝に入っている雲が多いでしょう。札幌から東京にかけては晴れです。最高気温は全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、東京から西の地域の西日本まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日に
すみません、桜様。
日曜日の太平洋側で雲が広がり、東京は冷たい雨が降りそうです。名古屋からのです。ではこの暖かな空気のこの後の予想を見ていきます。こちらは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな空気です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する予想です。明日の午後には東北、北陸まで晴れの予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって雨が降りそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域はニュースがありますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の北上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが届いています。この週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は現在の気温が逆に寒くなるところがありそうなんです。お花見の方はお散歩をお願いします。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃から天気が移りそうです。明日は雨の雲が多くなるでしょう。その他に太平洋側の地域の西日本、沖縄は広く晴れそうです。というわけで予想気温です。最近の今朝に入っている雲が多いでしょう。札幌から東京にかけては晴れです。最高気温は全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、東京から西の地域の西日本まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日にかけて
すみません、桜様。
日曜日の太平洋側で雲が広がり、東京は冷たい雨が降りそうです。名古屋からのです。ではこの暖かな空気のこの後の予想を見ていきます。こちらは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな空気です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する
What are you guys doing? Great intro, man. I love this song. I absolutely love this song. Amazing. All right, let me put the usual tunes. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling today? I hope you're feeling well. Let me change the scenario, the scene. Oh, my ears. There we go. Perfect. I hope you're doing well, guys. I hope you're doing well. I see a lot of people here today. I guess not many streams happening. Is that it, guys? You missing PulseChain streams? Share with me all the news, everything that you guys have been doing over the past week, because I have been a little bit away. I admit, I've been working and doing stuff basically, and I didn't have that much time to stream. Hopefully this week will be better. Dear Slayer, let's go. Smash the like and subscribe. Yes, yes, sir, exactly. Listen to good old Dear Slayer. He has been around. He has been around the block for quite some time. So listen to the guy. He knows what he's saying. If you don't subscribe and you don't smash the like, I hate you. Okay? That's simple. You need to do that. You need to smash the like button. Smash it. Share it with your friends. Tell them there's like a cat. A cat guy with sunglasses that's talking about PulseChain stuff, and that's interesting, right? I'm sure there's not many cat guys talking about PulseChain, so I mean, at least there's something, right? And the prices are moving, guys. The prices are moving. Welcome, Scotty Scott. pDAI to dollar. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I would be extremely happy if that happened, but you know what I think. When, Francisco, when I fucking decide. Sorry, guys, I was literally working on the RH memes to one racing thing because I wanted to do race today, but I was making some last minute changes about about the price feed, but not really the price feed. It's how the price that is in the database is fed to each race basically. And I was doing a few changes and still doing it. So I don't think we can do a race tonight because it's not really ready. I think, I haven't tested these changes, right? So everything is working. I did a test race today, and everything was working fine as expected. But I did some, pretty substantial changes to improvements to the contract, improvements to the app. So that's why I kind of was busy last weekend. Besides, I'm doing other stuff, as you guys know, that I haven't shared yet. But it has been keeping me busy, extremely busy, to be honest. So yeah, basically that's why I wasn't around. But I was, looking at the prices from time to time, I guess, from time to time. Scotty Scott saying in 6 months. See, sir, I started sooner than expected. I was eating the piri piri chicken, of course. Of course, you know me, sir. You know me. I need my daily dose of piri piri chicken. Otherwise, I just die. As simple as that. Anyways, how are you guys doing today? There was some news. I guess some news. There was a very interesting tweet by our dear RH, that I even commented. Let me share the screen today. I'm gonna share the screen sooner so that we can take a look at Twitter, see what people have been saying, what people have been doing. Right. Just opening the screen. There we go. Although today it would be an amazing day to do a race, to be honest, because the prices are moving, man. The prices are moving a lot, and it would be good. I guess it would be a good day. Anyways, okay, let me share the window here if I can. Where is it? Sorry, guys, I kind of lost the tab. There we go. Those says cards are the new meme. Well, maybe. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. Um, I think um, I think like if you think about it, they do have their utility, right? They have a different approach by the community who, who owns them. When I say approach, I mean you know, approach when they talk about those coins, right? They don't talk about them as memes, right? They talk about these coins as having some sort of utility. PLS obviously to run transactions on chain. Hex because you can stake without middlemen. Um, PLSX, well, PLSX actually, I'm not sure. Just buy and burn, I guess, but that's probably the utility. And Ink because you can vote on the farms at some point, right? And it's the yield farm token, right? I think it was kind of the meme, but now the RH memes are here, so they kind of took over in that front. Ink is still like a very interesting play, like in any way, right? Because it's a different type of meme, right? The others are more aesthetic, more they're just pump the tire memes, I guess, right? Um, but Ink is a different beast, right? It's a different thing. It's still kind of in a meme category, at least like to me. But all right, let's dive into Twitter. Window. Where is it? Do I need to share? Do I need to share? I think I need to share the window. Yeah, I think it's one of those days that it doesn't want to work. Anyways, it doesn't matter. There we go. Let me share this. Boom. What was the tweet? Yeah, this was the tweet. I really enjoyed this tweet from Richard, right? Ethereum, you might be missing one, right? Because at least to me, it had a double meaning, right? Could be because of my broken English, obviously, but the first time I read it, I was like, you might be missing one. And I was like, huh. I opened this, right? And I was like, which one, right? Which one? Because we know that it would be between these two, right? The first and the second. But this is only accounting for what's public, right? That's why when I read that, I was like, did they mean one or the one, right? Because there's a very good chance that like he could be the first one, right? He could be the Poseidon, the king of strategic ETH reserve, right? Folk, or well, I'm not going to say companies, right? Because he's not a company, he's a man. But anyway, you understand what I mean, right? Because that was my immediate interpretation, right? That was the first thing that I thought about, right? Because I mean, because we're talking about Richard Hart, right? And I'm sure he has a pretty juicy ETH bag, right? So maybe summing both up, it would be he could even have more Ethereum than the foundation, right? That wouldn't be surprising to me, honestly. So that was my understanding of the tweet, right? That was my understanding of the tweet. I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think he just meant that it was missing his name, or do you mean that he should be the first one, right? Exactly. Two people watching, 2 likes. That's 100% likes. Exactly, man. That's perfect. That's the perfect ratio. I love the 100% ratio. Let's keep it up. So, if you're new to the stream, you need to like it. You need to like the first thing you do is like it because we want to keep the ratio at 100%. Right. That's the goal. So Scott is correct. But anyways, this was my first. Let me zoom in a little bit because I don't think you guys can even see it properly, right? The tweet. I think now it could be a little bit better, I guess, with the zoom. But anyways, this was my interpretation, right? That you might be missing one, and the one is actually the first one, because yeah, I do think that Mr. Richard Hart might have more ether than the foundation itself. So what do we expect, man? I also enjoyed Giga's interpretation because to him it was Richard saying that this is a strategic reserve fund, right? The money that's into the SAC funds, right? The SAC funds, and it was a very good interpretation, like as well. I really liked it. So, like in any way, right? And I'm sure there are many more interpretations of the tweet, but I believe that any interpretation cannot be a bad one, cannot be a negative one, but right, because it only means that um, it not only, but it means that he's not only aware, and while he, at least that's my opinion, right? While he doesn't want us to have any sort of expectations, because that makes sense, right? Um, you know, we don't know what he's going to do with the SEC funds, and that's absolutely fine. There's no expectations there. But it wouldn't be surprising to me if a portion of the SEC funds went to to PulseChain to buy PulseChain tokens, right? Tokens that he created, right? Because that's something that he likes to do. So although we don't know if that is going to happen or not, right? And again, as you guys know, in my opinion, we don't even need that, right? Just the fact that the funds could be moved into PulseChain, that's enough to kickstart the craziest bull run we've ever seen, right? In PulseChain, right? Because if you see like 50,000 Ether moving into PulseChain, we're gonna be like, shit. That's gonna be news, right? That's gonna be news everywhere, right? We're talking about like significant sums, right? And I think that at some point that will happen, right? I'm not saying that that money will go into buying tokens immediately. No, I'm just saying that it will move into PulseChain, right? Ethereum can exist in Ethereum or PulseChain, right? As ETH. So that could be an interesting move. We'll see. But the fact that is aware of that and is talking about that publicly, that's very cool, man, and I like it. I think that it brings me hope and rejoice and happiness, I guess. WBTC on PulseChain to parity when with Bitcoin, and also Richard Hart's Bitcoin to parity to Bitcoin to let's fucking go. Yes, I like that, man. I like that, man. Dr. Pulse, well done, man. That's a very good comment. I agree entirely. I agree 100%. WBTC to parity to fucking 90, well, not 90, sorry, 100 and something thousand, right? And Richard Hart's Bitcoin too, of course, obviously. It's quite hard. We're talking about 1 billion supply, but it could still reach crazy numbers, right? Although like 80% of the supply is with Richard, so could still do absolutely crazy numbers. Any of the RH memes can do absolutely crazy, insane numbers. Don't forget that, guys, because that's just the reality, guys. That's just the reality. So it's I think so far it has been the narrative that I have enjoyed the most this cycle. And when I say cycle, I mean 2025, right? Like not really cycle, but like this phase, right? That's what I mean, of this phase. Oh, Scotty is saying something spicy that I like. I don't think RH will put any of the sacrifice funds into anything. Man, that's a very fair perspective, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of the funds aren't spent, right? That's absolutely fine. As I say, I don't think that's needed, right? I don't think that he needs to spend the majority of the funds to to pump the chain, right? I think we will have buyers, right? We'll have actual buyers coming in, right? And those funds are the carrot, right? In the stick that we need to attract the new buyers, right? Because like if the funds are all spent, then there's nothing for the new buyers, for the new people to be, to contemplate, to think about, to to make stories about, right? Because that's the thing. Like as the price of it grows, right, and the SEC funds value grows, that also attracts eyes, right, and people, and people talk about that kind of stuff, right? So that's why I'm saying that if the SEC funds just move to PulseChain, that would be a crazy thing, right? Crazy news, in my opinion. Also, we had a very cool RH stream. Well, this is not like really news, right? But I hadn't like discussed it with you guys. I think it was good, man. I think it was good, and it was literally during the stream when I was saying yeah, like no streams, but yeah, that was amazing, man. That was amazing. I did enjoy the stream. Um, it was a celebration, I guess, for winning versus the second the SEC, that makes also sense. I guess he has been fighting those guys for like over 2 years or something like that. So huge victory for Monsieur Richard Hart, Ricardo Corazon. Um, yeah, man, and the video was good, man. Yeah, I don't think that he said anything like spectacular or new or whatever, but it was it was good. I prefer live streams. You know what I think, right? I prefer the live streams where you can interact directly with Richard, but it's still good, man. It's still good to have something from him, right? And I do believe that we'll have more, right? As the market progresses, as the bull run progresses, he will deliver more videos, more content. He'll interact more with us, with the community. But don't forget, man, he's angry. And I told you guys since day one that he was angry at us for selling when he tried to pump the chain twice. I told you. That's why my opinion was like, he did pump tires because he's kind of angry, so he's gonna pump the memes, right? That's still my opinion, and he kind of told us. He kind of told us that. Middle of the video, he called us. End of the video, called everyone like the sell pressure, and he was right, man. Like I've been saying that for a long time. The fact that everything dumped so hard, it's because we decided to sell. People were selling at the low, so that's simple as it's as simple as that, right? There's no other magic or nothing else. It's literally people selling. So yeah, that's why I think he kind of called us sell pressure and wasn't really amazed at our behavior, right? And he's entitled to that, right? He can have his own opinion. It's absolutely fine. Um, there are many people criticizing him all the time, so it's absolutely fair that he criticizes us, like his community too, right? So it's only fair. And like again, it was a very good point, right? It's hard to pump the chain when everyone wants to sell and cheat out, right? But um, those were the people that we attracted, so we need to deal with them. Basically, that's my opinion, right? We also have some infighting, I guess. I like that. I like the infighting. You guys know me. You guys know me. We have some infighting between some hex maxis and the maxi DAO guys, right? Deep Catcher and Gold Key, because they're doing the hex L2. Well, actually, it's not even because of the hex L2. I think it's because they have been quite vocal against like PulseChain, right? And like I don't agree with that part. I like the hex L2 like native chain, even though I mean it's kind of I'm not sure if it's gonna be like super awesome for hex, right? It will consume hex, that's good, but like PulseChain kind of show that that's not really consuming a token just for transactions. It doesn't really do anything, right? You need the other part, like the memes, the products, everything else, right, to help pump the chain, right, and pump the adoption. So, but we'll see. I'm super hopeful. I hope it goes well. It's another product for Hex, so how could I not enjoy it? I'll definitely give it a try when it's out. I usually don't do test nets. It's not really, unless it's something that I'm really keen on using. But as you guys know, I'm probably not leaving PulseChain, right? So I will play with it definitely, but like as try new things, but not really gonna move that much of my money into that. When I say much, I mean just a tiny bit, just to play with it, just to see when it comes out, because I like to try new products, especially when it's for tokens that I hold a lot. So yeah, but anyways, I think this drama is mostly because they've been quite vocal against PulseChain, especially like Gold Key, who I think is running probably the Maximus DAO account. And yeah, I think it's kind of, I mean, I don't see the point of attacking the founder that way, right? And attacking the chain. Like they're here because they want to, right? So I don't think, in my opinion, like leaving the chain, it's kind of stupid, right? You might not agree because look, I've been in like many situations. I've been in projects that went to shit, that disappeared, and I didn't agree with the strategy with the CEO, right? And my position was not to leave the project, right? Was to adapt my thinking into what the people who were in command wanted, right? That's like military stuff. Like it's same logic, right? It's hierarchy, and people have problems dealing with hierarchy, right? Um, which is understandable, but I deal with it in a different way, I guess. So I understand that people make a lot of decisions that I personally don't agree with, and I think are absolutely retarded. But especially leaders, right? But that's part of the process, right? They're learning, they're humans, and they're learning too, right? So it's natural that they'll make a lot of decisions that we don't agree with, but we need to respect those decisions and accept them, right? And it's like some people can do it, right? I don't know why, but for them, it's very hard to accept those decisions and just adapt the strategy, right? They just want to move someplace else, right? Which is fine, but I don't do that. I like to go down with the ship, that's my mentality, man. It's all or nothing. It always has been and it always will be. So when I believe in something, I believe in something, right? It's not I believe that our leader will make bad decisions. I believe that too, and that's part of the process, man. I just don't think that those decisions will ruin propulsion, right? That's what I think. So the good will outweigh the bad. That's my conclusion, right? And competing with PulseChain is good because it will drive the innovation in PulseChain. It will either PulseChain survives or and becomes more resilient or dies, right? So and that's a good thing. It's like Bitcoin, like every network, you need competition to thrive. So I'm all for it. That's why I like these new products that compete with PulseChain and that compete with PulseChain um, with the richer hard products, right? Because I do believe that he needs competition to improve, right? So that's my thoughts. But anyways, like I wouldn't attack him in any way. I think he's a great leader and he has been through a lot, and like not now when like we won against the SEC, not now when you know um, we're basically on the verge of starting the craziest bull cycle ever, right? And look, like sometimes it's very hard to understand why there will be buyers, right? Especially when you've been going down for like 3 years straight. But that's not up to us, man. That's up to God to decide, and we cannot understand everything. Like sometimes it's just okay for you to say like it's okay to don't know, right? Because like you can make conjunctures, you can try to understand people's mind, but that's retarded, man. That's so fucking stupid. Especially when it comes to buy something, right? You don't know. You don't try. You have no fucking idea what will drive people. What will drive them to buy hex. You have no idea. Nobody knows, right? Maybe it's the staking. Maybe it will just be the price movement. Maybe it will be the fucking logo. Nobody knows. Maybe it will be Richard just talking about it again. Who knows, right? But something that I know is that people will buy it for whatever reason, and I'm sure that there will be a lot of people only buying on Pulse, and there will be like a lot of people only buying on Ethereum. So, like I see them as two different coins, right? Like X on Ethereum, Hex on Pulse, they're two different coins on different networks. Like just it's fine, it's not a problem. That doesn't mean anything, right? Just because you have a copy on a different network, you need that copy to. Otherwise, you couldn't have Hex working on PulseChain, right? Because you couldn't stake it there. So it's absolutely fine that we have a copy of Hex on PulseChain. That's my opinion, right? As it happens with every fork, right? With every fork, you get the same coins. Well, not the same coins, but you understand what I mean, right? When the network forks, you kind of get all of the stuff that you had on that network. But anyways, yep, I still like both hexes, and I still like the concept of PulseChain. It's another chain, right? And like the only way that Ethereum has to scale is with other L1s that are compatible with Ethereum. Because look, I prefer the L1, like the L1 security, right? And I understand that this is this is debatable, sure, which one could potentially be more secure, but because like L2s have the sequencer, right? But L1s, for example, as PulseChain has the bridge, right? So which it has admin keys, right? So it's that's but that's the whole new debate, right? Which one would be more secure at the end of the day, right? Because in the case of PulseChain, it's a bridge, right? It's not the protocol itself. It's not the consensus itself, right? Um, it's a bridge, although the bridge holds most of the funds, right? But um, I mean, again, because at the end of the day, we would have to discuss what would happen. For example, if the bridge was hacked somehow, uh, because there's like so many hacks, right? Like the bridge could be hacked, but no funds could leave the chain, right? That's one type of hack, right? That it could just be stopped on time. Like it couldn't be reopened, but it could be just stopped on time, right? So I mean, there's many different types of situations because we had like problems like that with, for example, multi-chain in the past, right? It had the keys compromised, and some people lost money. Some people lost money. They had time. They had time to actually move the funds, right? Oh, Jesus. Sorry, guys. Oh, sometimes it's a pain to have these glasses. Anyways, all right. I think it's a little bit better. Yeah, but anyways, Cheston, welcome, bro. Petros spitting facts as usual, man. As usual, I try my best, man. It's just my opinion, guys. Don't forget, my opinion is worthless. So, yeah, the one true hex gonna break a penny on Pedro's stream. Yes, yes, sir. The one true hex. Man, I love BitcoinHEX. For me, that is the one true hex now. You gotta deal with it. It is the new is always better mindset, which is it has been the champion so far, right? It has been the champion, whether we like it or not. I still have hopes that Hex breaks the spell, but I doubt it. I doubt it, man, because it's a liquidity game, right? And people always go for the new thing, right? It's like trying to make people to change, or trying to make the market to change for it makes no sense. I think it's the other way around, right? I hope Samarich token breaks the spell, right? But I doubt it. I think it's very hard that one of the old coins does more access than one of the new coins. Simple as that, man. Just because it's new, man. And new is always better. That has been the rule since, I don't know, man. Since crypto was invented, I guess. That has been the number one rule. New is always better. So the only way, not the only, but the best way that people had to, let's say, to make more Bitcoin, the most profitable would be just to enter early in every other project. That's it. So I think the same mentality applies, right? The same way that the best way you had to make more Ethereum was doing the ICOs, right? So it's the same thing. It's like it repeats forever, right? We're just on a new chain, but this will repeat. This will, I think, because this is not something related to PulseChain, or it's just human behavior, right? And I think that's why I think markets are actually pretty straightforward, right? And it's very easy to understand how they will behave, because it's because of people, right? And people are mostly the same, right? Whether we like it or not. Like when I say the same, I mean emotionally. The emotional reactions of people, right? They're mostly the same. Would it be wise to list one of our rich meme coins on CoinGecko, like listing BitcoinHEX or Richard? I mean, yeah, but how do you get it listed there? I think maybe we could do it, I guess. Actually, it's just a matter of filling in the stuff and sending, right? We could do it pretty straightforward, I guess, as a community. But look, I don't care about any of that shit. I think that people come because the price moves. So do people even look at CoinGecko? Maybe they do, right? I have no fucking idea. I just look at DEX stuff, right? I don't do anything else. That's literally my focus is solely on DEX stuff. I don't DEX Screener, Defalama, that kind of stuff. I don't go to other websites. I don't give a shit about coins that are not on DEXs. Literally, I don't care. They mean zero opportunity. They are meaningless. And I know for the normies it's important, blah, 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 it changes. I understand all that conversation. I get it. But look, man, Hex was completely gatekept, and it then did the 10,000x. So don't worry about any of that shit, right? People buy. People find ways to buy. Look, the reason why I don't care is because when I came to ETH, right, it was still very early days. It had just launched the chain like a couple of months back, and I was like if you wanted to interact with smart contracts, because the first contracts were released tokens and just very simple tokens, name and symbol, etc. And if you wanted to interact with this shit like in build contracts, it was such a pain in the ass, man. You have no idea. If you wanted to buy early, it was insanely complex. When the first version of Uniswap launched, it was like if you wanted to do things like and get alpha and interact with and build stuff, it was like using the Mist. I don't know if you guys even remember this, but there was an interface called Mist. I mean, it was horrible, but it was probably at the time, right, the easiest way that we had to interact with the Ethereum smart contracts. But look, people learn, people go through all the pain, and they find ways, and that's my point. It doesn't matter how easy or difficult it is. I even think that the harder it is, the better, because it means that the funnel, right, the funnel will be more much more long and thinner, right. And less people come in the beginning because it's so hard, right, and then it becomes easy, right. At some point it just starts to become easy because people build products and because we get accepted here or blah blah. But I don't I want that to come on the last 2 months, right, of the cycle, listings and all that shit, and new ways to onboard. I don't care about that now, right, because I want the people in DeFi to come. Those are the guys that I want to come first, right? And those guys don't give a shit about any of that stuff, right? They care about liquidity, the access, and all that stuff, right? They are on chain basically. So that's why I don't worry, because they know how to use bridges. They know that stuff is basic, right? Everybody knows how to do that shit. So they can come to PulseChain any second. It's a matter of 2 transactions, right? So everybody knows how to do that shit. It's not. I never understood the point of how hard is it to buy PulseChain. It's not. It's so easy, right? Buy ETH and then bridge. How fucking hard is that? It's not hard, right? If you can't do that, fuck you. I don't care. Honestly, that's what I think. Because I'm not here to help those people, right? I hope some people are. I hope there's people here who are ready and prepared to help those people. That's not my position, and I'm not here to do that, right? So I don't give a shit. Literally, I don't care. I hope there's people doing that, but it's not really up to me, right? So yeah, I don't worry. I don't worry about stuff that I don't control, right? Rack, I'm listening to your new beats on the Bitcoin right now. Yeah, for sure. For sure, I think he blocked me. Did he block me, or at least one of my projects? I think he blocked. Maybe it was my account. I'm not sure. Tias Pedro, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, he dumped harder. He was dumping a lot, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy that he dumped at the bottom, man. Especially because I didn't even It's not that I didn't know. It's that I had knowledge of this, but then it was such a long time ago that I completely forgot it was the same guy. But I actually joined participated in the firing ICO when was it, 2017 or something like that. That he was one of the guys, right? And he obviously went to zero. So I'm just I was like, oh, he's actually the same guy, man. That's amazing. Still here, still dumping on us, amazing. I don't care, man. Look, I don't care. I hope he buys at some point. I hope he changes his mind and starts buying and starts promoting the chain. But I don't give a shit what. Look, I don't care. I honestly don't care about any of the people who are in PulseChain now. Do you know why? Because those people are not buying, right? So those are not the people who are here now. They will not be. They are not the buyers, right? And we can just look at the chart and know that, right? So I worry and I care about the people who will come, right? And again, I can make guesses and narratives, and we can discuss here why will they come, why will they buy? Again, I will not try to find a definite answer, because there isn't, right? People if I think about myself, the reason why I buy tokens is so fucking random, right? Sometimes it's because the prices are okay to buy, right? Because it's a good entry. Sometimes it's because I like the ticker. Sometimes it's so fucking random, right? It's so random. It's because I think the narrative is gonna kill it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no fucking idea why I buy tokens, right? I literally don't know. I don't have rules. I don't have I don't I have stuff. Everybody has rules, right? But you know how humans are, right? You have your rules, but then sometimes something appears and completely breaks your rules, right? And you don't know how and when that will happen. So that's why I don't make conjectures, right, about when people will buy. He blocked me when I retweeted when someone launched at least wanted with this pick. Yeah, that was a fun meme. That was a fun meme actually. I don't know why. Like his reaction was like very Roger Ver 2016 right now 17 when he did the it's Bitcoin Cash, fuck you. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was amazing with John Carvalho. That was the guy interviewing him. That was amazing, and like it was a missed opportunity for Roger actually when he should have enjoyed, like he should have gone with the Bcash thing, right? Because everybody knew it. It was like sticky, right? Bcash was super sticky. But anyways, so maybe it's like the same mindset, right, with Rackham. But guys, I don't care. I hope he buys. If he doesn't buy and cheats out, like good for him. I hope he enjoys his money. Look, I'm not the guy that shows stuff on, like, on social media, like what I have and what I don't have. I think that's like I don't do that shit. I show my ears, right, my cat ears, and that's what I do, guys. That's what I do. I think that's so. If he wants to dump and show the Lamborghinis, man, I'm all for it. I will enjoy the pictures. I will share them for sure. But I don't give a shit, right? I like the reason why I came to crypto was obviously to make shitloads of money, but like I I never bought the showing up showing off your stuff to attract people, right? Like it's not how I came into crypto, right? I don't follow that type of content, right? Like even when Richard was doing, I wasn't really paying attention to his tweet threads because I don't give a shit. I understand it's very people like that, right? So but my type of communication is like I like to do this stupid shit, right? It's like dress in a stupid way, talk in a stupid manner. That's what I like to do, man. It's my thing. So because I enjoy it, literally because I enjoy it. If I enjoyed showing off stuff, I would just do that, right? So I have nothing against it. I told you guys I like to watch that shit in the sense that when I see something like that, I will share it. Like I don't watch it like all the time, but if I see somebody that I like, showing off, I'll just share it because I think it's cool. Like you deserve it. So I do respect it, but me personally, I don't like to do it. I don't give a shit. Um, Actually, it's like the opposite. Like I don't like to talk about myself, what I do, where I live. Like I just tell you I live in Portugal, right, and that's it. I don't really discuss my personal life because why would I, right? I try to learn from Richard, right, and the guy taught us a lot. And one of the things is like don't attract unwanted attention, right? The attention that I want is from people who want to learn, right, from a guy who's absolutely retarded, and that's it. If you want to learn from somebody who's retarded, I'm your guy, right? But if you want to learn from somebody who's like shows off his gains, which is absolutely fine. I'm not really your guy, right? But I think Richard won't come back with that strategy, anyways, right? I think he kind of learned his lesson. So we have humble Richard now. I'm not sure how humble he's going to be. I don't think he's that humble. A very humble person. So I hope I even hope he doesn't become humble, right? Because I don't like humble Richard. I prefer aggressive, crazy Richard. That's my favorite Richard, right? Like just interview Richard, like doing interviews every fucking day, just annihilating everybody with knowledge that they weren't aware of. Like what? Oh man, they were like, oh shit, I never thought about Bitcoin that way. They were like just like blown away. So I would like that Richard back, but we never know. We never know which Richard we'll get this time, right? Like we are always evolving, always changing. So we actually might get a very calm Richard. I don't know. We'll see. The first video was already telling that he wanted to spice things up, like in a live stream with people commenting. You cannot control yourself that much, right? Even if you have like a lot of self-control, like you'll just like ramble, like I'm doing now, right? And you guys aren't even commenting that much. Like I can only imagine if people are just interacting non-stop with you, like the shit that you're gonna say, right? Because like you're just talking, right? So it's very easy to say things, right? That's why I think like live streams will, like in a couple of months, I guess. Man, how cool would it be if Richard just did a large live stream now? How cool would that be? Oh man, but I don't know. I'm not expecting one live stream, like a live stream now from him. But I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope I'm wrong. But anyways, he's active on Twitter. He's working. He's tweeting hard. and we'll see what happens with the PulseChain prices. Actually, we can take a look at some prices, I guess, since we're not doing the race, because I kinda didn't finish what I was supposed to. I mean, I did finish, but then I was like, oh, last minute change. I'm sure I'm sure the database change won't fuck up everything. I love to play with fire, man. It's like doing updates on a Friday, right? Like you're gonna do a major update on a Friday, man. I don't think I've ever worked at a company that did not do those, right? Like at some point, right? They were just doing, oh, let's release a product on a Friday. I'm like, man, that's so fucking stupid, right? That's the most retarded thing ever. Let's do an update on a Thursday or a Friday, and then we have to work the fucking weekend because something broke, right? And nobody knows how to fix. Man, that's amazing. But anyways, let's look at the fucking prices. I'll tell you, what was the worst thing that I did? Probably when I botched. When I botched Manchester City's database. That was a good one. I did that once. Yeah, but I also helped. I also fixed like a huge issue with the Italian stock market once with the stock exchange La Borsa, because one of the Spanish girls that worked at Reuters with me, she fucked up like really bad on a Friday, of course, on a Friday. Not even from like she was even in Spain, so like it was a pain in the ass to understand like what she did because she wasn't reachable after like making a huge fuck up. Like she literally, like if I'll try to search it because it came on news, even like on the news, because it crashed like some bank stock like by like 50% or 90% in a day. Like it's something crazy. Like it was corrected obviously, but like some people lost a lot of money. Man, I can fix it anyway, so that makes up for my big fuck up with Manchester City. Anyways, that was a fun one. That was what is it? I think I deleted their database or something crazy like that. I did something really bad. Oh man, aye. All right. Anyways, let me go into the prices. Right. Let me stop sharing here. And open DEX screener. Oh, and before we go into DEX screener, oh shit, is it working already? Nice. All right, so I think the meme coin website is working finally, after, because I had one of the fixes was running and I wasn't sure, but I think it is. Yes, it is. It is almost working perfectly. But why is it? Okay. All right, let me share the screen here. What is the watch list? Yeah, but I think tomorrow, man. Tomorrow I want to start doing races, because like today was a great day to do races because the prices were actually moving. So we could have done a nice 5-minute race, but we can do tomorrow. And like the prices will start to move soon, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. I know I'm very like when I get excited, I'm like I'm like a dog. I like a dog. I cannot stop thinking about. Oh, I want to do it. I get into that fucking loop, right? Where I need to finish the stuff that I start basically. So I want to do a couple of races and actually open the main race, the race to one, because I think like this contract is like the final and stable version Like it's very well, like tested, like thoroughly tested. It has everything that I need in terms of timestamps, statuses, like everything that was basically the small stuff that was missing that I had to, they had to make, because when you make changes to the contract, we need to change the entire fucking app afterwards and like make the new connections and blah. It doesn't matter. It's like it's boring stuff that doesn't really matter, but it's troublesome. So it kind of took me some time, right? Because I had to fix a lot of shit that was not like still perfect, right? So, but anyways, it's working now, and I think we can. We're gonna do like daily races, and I want to do different types of races, like 1 hour, like a daily, 5 minutes, like and the race to one, and like other types, right? So when I'm sure you guys will bring me awesome ideas for races. Like the goal here, like look, the goal here is to use the RH meme coins, right? Like people are, oh, why don't you add this or that? Yeah. For now, no. Let's not add anything else. The goal are these coins. You created these coins, and we're gonna stick with this, right? Like it's enough. 21 coins is more than enough. In the future, I can do a different type of races for like all coins, right? That we can add coins there, right? So yeah, maybe I even link both. Like I'll allow the top betters, for example, on the meme coin races to to add coins in like not add like well we'll see in the new one, but doesn't matter. My point is the RH memes one, I'll just leave it with the RH memes. Oh, let me share my screen. Sorry, I completely forgot. Where is the there we go, easy. And before I share the screen, we need to watch the commercials. I didn't change the commercials. Sorry, guys. Last week was I've been extremely busy, as you guys know, non-stop. So we're gonna do the hex song and then commercials a bit later, right? If you guys don't mind, because I need the juice. I need the juice, the hex song to to pump myself up and get excited, just get crazy, man. Get positive about what's gonna happen, because I know that soon PulseChain will be to fucking billions, guys. In liquidity, billions in volume. It will be insane. We won't believe it. It will be crazy. But we have to be patient, because everything that's good takes time. So yeah, now to the hex song. Let me just stop the music here, and then we go to the deck screener and watch let's see a few coins, see what's happening. Boom.
That is the pinky. What have we got here? That is the pinky. Pair of puffs. That is the pinky. Sodomite. That is the pinky. What have we got here? That is the pinky. Pair of puffs. About town. That is the pinky. Sodomite. That is the pinky. What have we got here? That is the pinky. Pair of puffs. That is the pinky. Sodomite. In frilly lace. That is the pinky.
Yes, very good. I love this song, man. I absolutely love this song. It gets me excited and pumped, super pumped for the fucking bull run that's coming. Yes, there's a bull run coming, guys. The 2 more weeks are gone now, I'm sure, because we've seen some movement over the past few weeks. The past week, sorry, not few weeks, the past week, literally. Since my last stream, which was last Tuesday, I think, so 1 week ago. Positive movement. So I'm pretty sure all the bad stuff is behind us, and we're just taking the stairways up very slowly. It's always like this. Couple of months, few first months, it's going to be slow, and then whoop, very fast. So I'd say 3 months slow, 4 months slow, and 3 very fast, I would say, something like that. But when I say slow, it's going up, right? Just not like super fast, and it's like super slow and then slow, and then it becomes like incredibly fast, and then you forget to sell. Like we always do. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Don't hate yourself. All right, the hex song is done. I'm gonna share the screen. Man, why it never appears? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Wait, I need to reload it because like this one I cannot share the window only. I need to share the fucking screen because I'm gonna be opening coins and I don't want to be like back and forth. Let's try again. Are you? Oh, I think I know why. Okay, I understand why. I understand why. Did I finally learn why? Don't tell me. If I did, I'm a fucking genius. I learned why. I'm a genius, man. Nice. It's because I was minimizing the other window and it doesn't recognize it. Man, like this is like such a retarded thing. God. Anyways, can you see the screen, guys? Let me know if you can see the screen. We're looking at the memes. Man, this is amazing. My portfolio is pumping like hell for sure because look at this. It's pumping. It's crazy. Hex doing 30% on a day. See? We can do the races, man. We can do the races. But I think I need to maybe I was man, I need to change it again, I think. Because I think I was retarded in a sense. Like not retarded, look. I think we can keep the races to something like we have the race to one, right? But I think it will be fun to just have the races without like specific goals, right? Like instead of having a race to 10% or 50% or 100%, just like which coin does more in a day, right? You understand? So there's no fixed goal, right? We're just gonna measure which one is gonna do more access, right? And that's it. So yeah, we'll see if we can do that, because it's just like the interface is not really prepared for that, right? So I would have to make some tweaks. But anyways, I do like the concept of these races. Still working on it. Don't forget, guys. Still working on improving and making tweaks to make the concept like flawless. Because I think it's entertaining, man. Like I do entertain myself working on it and just testing and betting on stuff, right? It's interesting. So I think with many races going on, I think this can be quite a different way to have fun, I guess, because these coins pump a lot, right? And they move a lot, so we can definitely have fun with them, right? I was even thinking like doing like a race per day, a race per 6 hours, one race an hour, like you understand, right? Follow the deck screener stuff, right? But anyways, like let's take a look at some coins. That's why we're here. Like look at this, man. This is beautiful. Amazing pump. Man, I was having a flashback because like my last video, it was the same exact candle for DAI. Man, amazing. Like this is like deja vu, man. Deja vu. Woof. Beautiful. But like this is amazing. I told you guys, this was the bottom, like just sideways, like buy. Now we're moving up. You can still buy, right? But this was the crazy good opportunity, right? This is where you make let me see, like what was the like 200%, something like that. Close 160. Okay, so I'm gonna assume like even if you bought around here, right? Like we're already up 100%, so it's not too bad. You just missed the first 2x, right? So it is what it is. But it's still an opportunity, right? It's still an opportunity because if you look at most of these charts, right, it's still a long a long way to all-time high, right? Like you have a long way. So as you can see, 12x. It's a free 12x from where we are, right? From the bottom was the twice, right? So 20x, 20 something x. But still a good opportunity, in my opinion, obviously, right? Still a very good opportunity. Because like I'm not sure, nobody's sure of anything, but I'm confident that these coins will break all-time high. All of them, all of these coins will break the all-time high, right? Oh shit, that's a new, oh, that's a cool one, right? We can make which of these coins will break the all-time high, right? We can make that a new page, right? A new page to see. Yeah, that's an interesting bet. Which coin will break the all-time high first? All of that shit. I need to. You see, it doesn't stop. But the problem is, this is just a hobby project, right? I cannot spend the time I'm spending on that shit. I cannot. I need to stop. I need to stop and focus on the other stuff because it's going well. The other stuff is actually going well, and it's the project that I'm bringing to PulseChain. It's huge actually. It's quite huge. It's the largest project that I've worked with ever in crypto, the largest enterprise, let's say. So it's quite a big company. It's as I said, it's complicated because it's not crypto related, right? It's, I mean, they're doing crypto stuff, but they are not crypto related. So, and I already had that experience once, and it's difficult. You really need to plan, you know, make people understand. Like there's a difference this time because I'm basically the owner, right? The full owner of the project, right? And I'm managing the team myself. So there's no, I make the decisions, and that's a very huge difference, right? Rather than writing strategies and ideas, and then somebody else deciding which ones get approved or not, right? So this time is different, I can say, because it is. So that's a very different, scenario, right? Because at least in my opinion, right, the success is way more likely, right? Not because I'm better, but because you have less people with less experience fucking everything up, right? Because I'm sure that there are a lot of problems that I already know because I've already faced them, right? When doing many other projects that I did in the past, right? So, but these guys are going to be fun. These guys that I'm bringing to PulseChain, that I'm building the project with, these guys are going to be fun because they actually have something that nobody else does, right? They're bringing something. They're bringing RWA that nobody else is bringing, on chain, and I'm making them. I'm not making, right? Nobody makes, right? It's it's approved in the sense that they agree with this strategy, right? I'm doing it on PulseChain, right? And that's a big, I believe, a big win. But we'll see, because this is all fun and games and it's all going to go well. But everything is very hard to do at the end of the day, especially go to market, finding a good product market fit. So. And I'm sure I'm taking more risk doing it on PulseChain, but I just believe that the chain, it will grow immensely. That's my belief. That's my core belief. And I know a lot of people have given hope in that sense. They just want to sell and get the fuck out and go back to Ethereum and search for new opportunities or whatever. But I don't think that. I think PulseChain will be a great chain, right? Because I have confidence in the people that are behind it. I don't think that they don't give a shit. I think they have a plan, and I think that they're working, to make that plan, a reality. So I like the development team. I actually follow the guys, the developers, right? What they do, and I think there's a many great selection of updates that we can do, and that I think they will do at some point. And I think I hope, it's my hope, of course, that the development side of things opens up a little bit more. But the people that I know that are working on it, they're very good, at least in my humble opinion. So I know that the development is in very good hands, and they're not very open in the discussions, but I think that's absolutely fine, right? I think that's absolutely fine. I think it's even better, right? Don't listen to the community because we are retarded and we don't know what's best. So that's what I think. Let's go. Let me move on. I'm very talkative today. I guess I haven't done this in a while. So what are you guys saying? I forgot to check the chat. It's going to crash, says Bryant. Watch and see. Man, if it crashes, I'll buy harder. We'll see, my friend, we'll see. It's my opinion that, nah, fuck that, we're going up. And that's what I think, what I've been saying for quite some time. So, I've been buying. I put my money where my mouth is. I don't think that we're, going down. So I'm not holding any stables. I'm basically fully allocated. And, any money that I make extra and like from other sources, etc. I'll continue to probably buy, right? So because I think we're going up, we're going higher. So I'm not into stables right now. We'll see in a few months. We'll see how it goes. Because I do think that the top will be this year, right? That's still my belief. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I think it all depends on Bitcoin, right? And by the way, what's the Bitcoin price? I haven't checked it. You see, guys, I even forget about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I forget to check the kings. Let's see. How are they doing? I'm not going to check it on Index Screener. 104. It's fine. Still around 104, 105, going into 120. So that's I think the next target. In my humble opinion, it should be around 120. I think. It could go higher, obviously, but the higher it goes now, like the larger the drop. So I think 120 is already okay and nice enough, a good level to kind of hold, right? If we manage to go a bit above and then drop into 120, 115 and hold there, that would be great. And then keep the party going, obviously. So yeah, that's the target that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. But like I don't really care that much about Bitcoin. I think it will pump, of course, obviously, but I don't really track the price, that often. Let's see, pump tires. Ooh, the kings are pumping most, and the pump are pumping hard today. That's a beautiful thing to see. Look at this, amazing. Opportunity, man. This was such a great opportunity, and you had we're still doing a lot of streams around this, right, around this area. So you had all the time in the world to buy, man. That's insane. You bought, if you had let's say from you started here, right, March until the end of April, so over a month, man. You cannot complain. You had over a month to buy these tasty sweet coins, even more, right, almost 2 months. So man, don't complain. You had plenty of time. You had plenty of time. So if you bought on the first day and you bought the pump, you had a lot of time to average your entries. So no complaints. I have literally all of these coins, literally all of them. I did not miss one. I bought them all. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna miss any of these coins because I don't know what the market will choose. I have no fucking idea. I have my preferences, right? But I never think I'm smarter than the market. That's my thing, man. That's why I'm a good investor, because I don't think I'm smarter than the market. Like the people who do, they win very big, of course. And congratulations. But they often they lose very big in two ways. They lose very big because they over allocate and they under allocate. I know this sounds weird, but look, hear me out. They over allocate, right? Because that's the thing. When you win, you have to over allocate so that you can win big, right? They are sure of they're very sure of their opinions, of their convictions, right? But this also means that they under allocate because they're so sure of their convictions. They don't they don't put some money into other stuff because they're like, nah, that's impossible. And I'm not like that, right? I try to not over allocate or under allocate. I try to to always because I don't buy everything, obviously, but for example, these RH memes, I'm not gonna leave any of these behind for one reason, because I don't know why people buy something, so I don't know which ones will pump the hardest, because I don't know what narrative will come in 1 month or 2 months or a week or from now, right? Some crazy narrative about one of these coins, and then I missed it because I was stupid and I was like, no, this one is not gonna pump. So I'm not like that, right? I'm going to bet against myself. I have my preferences, 100%. I have the coins. Some of these coins I bought more than others, obviously. I do have my preferences, but I don't really know. I don't really know which one will pump the hardest, right? I have no fucking clue. That's my honest opinion, because I could see like all the fucking narratives, like, you know, playing right for any of these coins, right? Because any, like, all of these coins individually, they can have their own very particular narrative, right? Like we saw with ADA, right? For example, that, or with DAI, right? Those were very good examples in my opinion, because stuff happened that made people had a reaction to that coin specifically, right? And to kickstart the community building process, right? Because this is, communities are not built in a day, right? They come, they they put the feet, they test the waters, they see how it is, and then they start to play, right? They buy a bit, then they might buy more when the price goes up, and they keep buying and keep getting more excited about the project, etc. Right? So that's how the communities are mostly built, right? And these coins have something that I love, which is something that's quite uncommon. They have the grassroots movement, right? All of them were created on the same day at the same time, one after the other, with the same supply. So it's only literally about the description and the imagery, let's say, the aesthetics. And I absolutely like that. I think it's the same base level for all of them, right? Um, like, and each one has its own particularity, right? Um, it could be, for example, the XRPs. There's two XRPs because whoever was making them made the mistake, right? And one of the XRPs was actually called Sol on pump.fun on the description, right? So I mean, there's like all sorts of stupid narratives that people can look into, right? And Easter eggs and stuff like that. So I don't know which thing will be powerful, right? Will attract people. I have no fucking clue. And look, I told you guys, I don't try to guess why people buy. So I just try to be allocated within a specific market. And this market, very specific market, the RH meme coins, I was like, I couldn't decide. Literally, I couldn't decide from, apart from like 4 or 5 that are obvious, like, you know, plays. I looked at the other like 18 coins and I was like, damn, am I not going to be allocated into? I'm not. I cannot do that. That's crazy, man. I need to be a sharp. I need to have a sharp position in at least all of them, right? And at least no 50% of them. And then I was like, no, I need more. And then yeah, man, you see, we are emotional when we are buying. You see, it's not about being rational. It's not reason. It's literally just fucking emotions taking over. And man, this is like one of my favorite articles that I wrote was about the guy named Phineas Gage, and that guy was studied by Antonio Damasio, was a very famous and renowned Portuguese psychologist, right? Psychiatrist or psychologist. And basically, that guy Phineas Gage, he had an accident, right, when he was working, and the accident, he had a beam of metal, literally a beam of metal, because he worked in construction, right? It split, like, you know, his head, his brain, and it went like one side to the other, right? It literally through his fucking head. And what happened was that the guy recovered, right? The guy recovered like normal body functionality, like perfect, right? But a part of this brain was destroyed, right? It was literally, you know, smashed into pieces. And the part that was destroyed, actually, because I think the beam went like something like this into his head, something like this. It was the frontal cortex or something. I think it was a frontal cortex. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was wherever the emotions are managed, right? My point is, the guy became like the guy didn't feel emotions, and this is gonna astound you guys. He couldn't make any decision, and this is fucking insane. What I mean is that he literally couldn't decide what clothes to wear, if you would get out of bed, like take a shower, like any fucking thing. He couldn't make any decision, literally no decisions at all, because like every decision that we make is actually an emotional thing. Like whether we like it, whether we don't like it, it's an emotional thing. And then, like, this is, for me, it was the best study on that matter. But there's plenty more studies that point to that finding, right? And look, I love scientific papers. I love that part of science, let's say. And I know there's like lots of problems with that, with the academy in general, but I do like the academy. I do like the scientific method. I still believe in it. And that's why I write papers, right? I write and publish scientific papers, even though I don't have a PhD, but I do get. I already have two papers published into major engineering journals, but and I will continue to do so because I do love to write about, like, I don't know, about like stuff that you find out, and that's basically that can give you important conclusions, right? Like, for example, Richard's Hart's law, right? I'm 100% sure that is worthy of publication at a very big journal, right? I'm 100% certain, because it's a very good, like, it's a very good hypothesis, right? So, and you can actually, with data, you can actually show how that hypothesis works, right? And prove the hypothesis, right? So because it becomes very obvious, right? After somebody realizes, you can just, like, test the hypothesis, and that one we already know the outcome, right? Because it has been kind of proven in many different ways, right? With liquidity pools, with access, but anyways, right? There's like other things that are worth publishing, but that's completely besides the point. My point was like the emotions really, like, related, attached to the decision making process, right? And so that's basically why I don't try to guess why people buy things. I just accept that I don't know, because we are emotional beings, and like I don't know why people will buy something. uh, I don't know that, like, which new narrative will basically take over and why. I have no fucking idea. uh, yeah, that's something that I can play that game again. I can try to guess, but my guess is memes in general, right? That's my guess. So I don't think it's going to be gamify or RWAs. I like that. I am working with that. But, like, look, memes are just memes, man. Memes are something else. So they're still very misunderstood. 100% gains here on Dodge 2. So you can see, like, it's showing signs of strength. So I have no reason to believe that this is not going. This will not continue to go up. That's my belief. All right, let me see. XRP. Yeah, it's still in recovery mode, I guess. So this one is still a better buy. Seems like it, right? We'll see if it can continue, but it's showing signs of strength. I think the other coins are going up too, so I don't see a reason for the good old XRP not to pump hard. So continue the pump. That's what I think it will happen. Yes, kind of similar situation. Consolidated. We're still around this area, right? Grand entry trying to break, right? Not being easy, but once it does, we're gonna have something like this, right? So, whoop, a big green fucking dildo that's gonna break all of this, right? And just hang out somewhere here. That's what I think. DAI. One of my favorites, DAI. And you know why? Because of this. So much hate for a meme coin. See the bottom here? This was the bottom, but, like, everybody missed it, right? So it continued. Another one. Then you see this? And I think it wants to go up. I think it wants to go up at some point. We're gonna have another one, right? This one just tested here, not even reached here, right? Lots of sell pressure, went down, kind of consolidated. It's above here, right? So lower, high, probably, right? And it continues. Sorry, higher, low. That's what I meant. Lower, high. Well, higher, low, and I think it will continue. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Could have a shift, but I don't think so. I think it's number go up season, and this summer we're gonna have a great summer, like I did in 2017, 2021. You know, those were amazing summers. So I think we're gonna enjoy ourselves too, guys, this summer of 2025. Songs will be written about this summer. Look at this, just amazing, man. Just what a chart. I love Best, by the way. It's one of my favorite too. I hold a significant position in Best because it's the best, man. He's number one. This guy is the best. He's number one. Number one. Beautiful chart, man. Ooh, more than doubled. That's what we like. Perfect. And I told you, all of these coins are gonna pump, man. That's just how it is. You can ignore it. You can pretend that they're not here, they don't exist, but they do, and people will like them. That's what I think. Higher low, higher low. As long as it continues, man, we're good. Stairway. We're gonna do it slowly but surely. PulseChain. Let's see PulseChain. After Le President Trump. Yeah, still consolidating, right? We had the bottom here, a bit sideways, but it's it wants to break, right? It wants to move up. You can see that on the chart, right? It wants to move up. So if it continues, it will, have a giant green dildo at some point, right? And I think sooner rather than later, right? That's what I've been telling you guys. So we'll see. Summertime is almost here, so I think summertime will be a great time. It will pump hard. Yeah. Perfect, beautiful. You see? Let's see if it can break. There's some resistance here, as you can see. We'll see if it can break. Beautiful. Yeah, look at this. Still has a long way to go, but like nice buying opportunity. We like on this one you didn't have that much time, right? Did you? Yeah, you did. If you started here, let's say, you did that buy here until even here, right? You had plenty of time too, so I think more or less it was mostly the same for all of these coins, I guess, right? They all have pretty similar charts. Still recovering, but you see, look at this. Higher lows, moving up. What else do you want? What else do you want? Nice. Looking good. Still in range here. It had a crazy pump here. The well that bought and sold. But it's still just consolidating it. Not much going on. Like higher lows, like small ones. Stairway up. Yeah, but like the chart looks poised in my opinion to move up, right? And these coins have very low liquidity, as you can see, so they're very easy to pump. Extremely easy to pump. The other XRP, just consolidating, still not doing much, just hanging out, waiting for buyers to step in. Basically, that's it. Elon, probably the same situation, I guess. Yeah, exactly. See, you have you still have a lot of these RH meme coins that are just sideways, still near the bottom, so you can still make good entries here. So don't complain, because Sometimes you gotta let the market choose for you, right? That's what I think. Tron is still looking good, but you see already pumped almost 100%. Still wasn't 100%, but it's going there, I think. Let's see if we can break this resistance first here and then here. Let's see if we can do it. It might have some sell pressure. Yeah, Solana had a nice recovery, man. Very nice recovery. Just hanging out here now, just waiting to see. But look at this, man. Beautiful. So far, so good. You cannot complain. Look at this. Beautiful. Just going up. Might consolidate, but then at some point, you guys know, it will be green candles season. Ada. Yeah, it had Ada. It's one of those that had a second coming, right? Yeah, you see, it had a second coming when Charles tweeted about it, right? Yeah, so yeah, it had a bigger dump, I guess, and it's still consolidating, right? It had more sellers, right? But you know, at some point, probably the point was already more or less here, right? But it's not too bad, right? Not even 100%, so it's still a good entry. And finally, our good friend Pepe, Richard's Pepe. Yeah, man, that juicy pump. Oof, nice pump, man. Nice pump. Looking good. Looking good. Just a minor retracement, I guess, but if it can continue, right? Even if it consolidates for a while and then it's fine, right? But I think the trend is your friend until the end. Don't forget that, guys. Yeah, so I think. Yeah. What mean do you buy the least so I know what to buy? Like, that's a good question, man. I don't know. Which one? It's probably like either one of the XRPs or Tron or like some of that. Probably that's probably one of those. Probably, I don't know. Maybe it was more. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. I think I bought more of them, you know, like a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know. I don't know which ones. I don't know because then I have some in liquidity, some not. So I don't know. I don't have them all on the same place. So it's hard for me to track everything, right? I don't care, man. I don't care. I just want to buy until I'm happy. I don't have like a target number. I mean, I do. Of course, I want to be shark in all of them, right? Minimum, but sorry, I want to be like a whale is Poseidon is 10%, whale 1%. I want to be whale in all of them. That's like 10 million coins, I guess, which is very doable for a lot of them, right? So I could be in some, maybe already. Who knows? Perhaps. So even I don't know, right? Even I don't know. That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. Is that when you play with DeFi stuff, right? You don't. I'm one of those guys that likes not knowing, right? Everything, right? Not knowing everything because it's always a good surprise when you find out. Oh shit! Actually, it's a bit more than what I expected. So I don't really know, man. I don't really know the total sum of all the meme coins that I have for each one of them. I know I have a lot, and I have my goal of being a whale. In some of them, it's very hard, right? Like most, for example, But in some of them, it's fairly easy, right? In XRPs, in Trons, and etc., right? In Mars, blah, blah. So in many of them, it's actually very easy, right? To buy a very substantial position, right? So if you have to make a choice, man, just buy your favorite, because it's the best way to decide, in my opinion. Just go with your favorite one, because at least you'll be happy, right? You like it, you can share the narrative. You didn't just buy it because it was cheap. You bought it for another reason besides still being cheap, which is you actually like it. But who knows? So yeah, you see, those style doesn't have any. You see, but I think most people don't have any, and when they do, it's like either most or pump, and they're afraid to buy others. Which is good. Which is good. It's, again, as I told you, like these coins already pumped like 100%. They're gonna pump more. Some pump 200, like even more. So like people like to buy green candles, man. That's the way that it is. So sometimes I'm like that too, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm a human like everybody else, so I do make the same mistakes. And I'm sure there will be some coins, like in 1 or 2 or 3 months, that I'll buy that I'll regret, because I'm like, damn, why did I buy them? Like, obviously a terrible time. But I'm retarded too, so I'll do the same mistakes. It's part of the process, the learning process that never ends. So yeah, but guys, should we? Ah, man. Should we check the cores really quick before I go and try to work a little bit before bed? Should we? We can, but like first, let's do the quick commercials, and then we check the cores very quickly, because I want to finish some stuff. All right, let me stop the music. Right, which one first? This one.
I can feel your anxiety, B-Root. Fear Hex will outperform every bear, dog, and alien pulse. You underestimate the power of the PLSX. Richard never told you what happens to Hexon.
He told me the market has chosen.
No, B-Roots. It will pump 1,000x.
That's impossible! No! No!
Join Peri B-Roots. X is the only way. You underestimate the power of the Peri side.
All right, guys. All right. Where's the music? Let's put the goodbye music on. Is it? Yeah, there we go. And let's say, oh no, wait, not the goodbye music on, because I forgot about the chorus. Let me open the chorus really quick. Oh, nice. Nice! I like what I see. I like what I see. Let me close. Looking good. The king of memes, Inc. Boom. Nice. I remember like I saw some tweets, people like, oh no, it's gonna break, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go to 50 cents. Ha ha. Look at this, 50 cents my ass, boom. $2, bitch. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, man. Like, amazing. Amazing. Next stop, what? $3? Man, we can do it. Let's fucking go. Mr. Ink, $3 soon. Tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see. But these are juicy pumps. Look at this. How can you not be bullish, man? This is bullish. This is bullish. It looks good, man. The trend is your friend until the very end. So, see, trend, friend. What do you think will happen? Probably will go up. So that's what I think. Of course, this could be a top, sure, but I don't think so. I think it will eventually go up. So at least 50%, right? That's the target, I think. At least for now. For now, we'll see what happens. Oh shit! Let me put the other music on. I forgot. Oops, there we go. Is it not playing? Give me a second. Let me see if it plays now. Alright, it's playing. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let me see. Where were we? X, right? We want to see. Oops. Oof, man. Sometimes I get tired of being right. Oops. Look, bottom. Confirmation, like 2 more weeks, right? This is the 2 more weeks, right? When you're just 2 more weeks. And then this is the confirmation that these were the 2 more weeks where, you know. And this is the confirmation of the confirmation, because we're going down and people are like, oh no, we're dead, we're going down, this is done, we're fucked. And then zoom, go up forever. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. Damn. 6 days in a row, just pumping, just proving everybody else wrong. Man, what can I say? I'm a visionary, I guess. No, I'm kidding, guys. It's just experience, man. I've been through the same before many times, so I kind of know, right? And yeah, this is this just felt right, the bottom, right? The timing and everything. Yeah, I think we're going up, right? I could be wrong, sure, 100%. And I will be the big man and say I was wrong if I'm wrong, but I doubt it. Doesn't seem like that, because the trend is your fucking friend until the end. And this wasn't the end. No. The end is the end of the bull. That's it. So, man, what can I say? And here, let's see December. Oops. See? The trend started on September, right? Going up. kept going up. So here we were like, oh my god, the trend is down, we're dead. Then moved up, fake, continued, right? So this was the end December, right? So from here, the trend was down and it was your friend until the very end, March. 3 months, right? 3 months in, 3 months up, 3 months down, more or less. Now we're just consolidating and that's like, again, this was like 2 more weeks where everybody's like, is this 2 more weeks? Is this it? This was it, right? So this is the confirmation. And so yeah, that's what I think. I think we'll continue to go up. So because new trend, right? That's what it seems. And I think it will be longer this time than 3 months. Let me think. So April, May, July. Yeah, exactly. Like maybe 4 or 5 months, something like that, right? Because look, this was like it's consolidating, right? It's not going up like straight up, right? It's taking its sweet time, which is good, man. It's very good because it will give us a like a better basis, right? A better base, sorry, for the prices to move up afterwards, right? So it's always good when it consolidates and gives people time to sell, because this is what consolidation is, right? It's just like tokens exchanging hands, right? So we're changing from the non-believers into the believers, and that's a good thing, right? So slowly is a good thing. Slowly is a good thing. PulseChain, let's see PulseChain. Beautiful, man. This is so amazing. Look, literally touched the line that we drew. Ah, amazing. Is it going to break? Yeah, at some point I think so, right? It will just break it and continue upwards. Break, then test, and then move up, right? That's usually how it works. Sometimes you need to test it a few times, right? But, whoop, see, trend, early September, December, like 2 months. It was like 2 months, I guess. Now September, October, no, 3 months. Man, this looks good. Quite spiky, right? Yeah, but I think this time, we could go down, right? Still for a couple days, weeks, whatever, and then go up again. But like, look, in my opinion, this is it, right? Nobody, like, we pumped hard and like nobody gives a shit, right? So it's perfect. Disbelief, that's what I like. That's what I like to see. Nobody cares, like PulseChain is dead, blah blah blah. Perfect. And it's pumping, right? This is what we want to see, right? People not believing in PulseChain pumping. So perfect. PLS the same, right? Just going up, upward trend, and I think it will continue, right? I think it will just continue, slowly but surely. So no secrets here, just slowly going up. So I think that's it, guys. I don't think there's like much to discuss today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I did, obviously, as usual. It's the moment that I have to talk to you guys, to have fun, to enjoy. So I'll I don't know when I will have time to again focus more on the show and create more content. Let's say more of that visual content that I was doing with the lessons, with cool videos. So yeah, but I'll well, over the next few weeks, I think I'll have some free time to to work on it. But yeah, guys. But during the summertime, it's gonna be interesting because I think it will be pumping hard. But during the summertime, guys, it's like I'm not in Lisbon. I'm not literally on the studio. I'm on a place with like the internet doesn't exist. Like it exists, but it's very shitty. So I kind of have to figure out a way to make it work during like almost not 2 months, but close to like at least a month and a half. So we'll see how it goes. But it is still a long time from here. It's still a long time from here. I have time to plan. But like the place that I go, it's like doesn't matter. Like I've tried like every year, like that I try, it's like it's pointless because it doesn't work. Maybe with the with the Starlink, yeah, Starlink it works if it's available. I think it is. With Starlink, surely it works, but we'll see if I can be bothered to do it. But anyways, I'll still work on the show, add new things for sure. I have some videos prepared for community members that are working on great content for BitcoinHEX. I really enjoy. There's already a Telegram group for BitcoinHEX. See it on my Twitter profile. I put it there. I like these, like communities. I hope more communities, more RH meme communities pop up because I think it will be good for adoption. People will discuss these coins, will create content for the coins, create great memes. So follow, what's the guy's name? I think he's gonna show up. Yeah, exactly. The Xlander. Follow the Xlander. He makes awesome videos for the RH meme, especially BitcoinHEX. So guys, I hope I see you tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. If I have some free time, I'll promise that I will show up. And if stuff happens, right now the prices are pumping, so it's more entertaining to do this, obviously. So I guess I'll be showing up more often again. But it doesn't matter if I have stuff that I need to finish. So if I'm able to finish on time, I'll probably do the show tomorrow. I hope so, guys. Speak soon, and thank you for being there. Obviously, docile. Brian, I think I've never seen you here before. If I have, sorry, but I need time to get acquainted with people. T.S. Pedro, as always, Dr. Pulse, Chestown, who else? Scotty Scott, as usual, of course, the usual suspect. Francisco, I hope you were watching. If you weren't, you'll watch it tomorrow for sure. And Dear Slayer, thank you, sir. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, just like Dear Slayer said in the beginning of the show, before the show even started. And thank you for being there, guys. We'll speak very soon. Ciao, ciao, and have a great night. Mwah. Bye.
ではこの暖かな空気のこの後の予想を見ていきます。こちらは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな空気です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する予想です。明日の午後には東北、北陸まで降る予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって暖かくなりそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域は目安となりますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の食上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが出ています。この週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は気温が低くなって寒くなるところがありそうです。お花見の方はお散歩をお願いします。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃からお天気が崩れそうです。明日は雨の降るところが多くなるでしょう。朝から太平洋側を中心に西側は広く雨が降りそうです。全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、そして関東から西の地域の西の方まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日に
すみません、桜様。
日曜日も太平洋側で曇り